Hey everyone, it's Kast the Spell, and today on KastIronKonjure we'll be talking about the Rose of Jericho, or the resurrection plant. Now, before I even go too far into this video, I want to say thank you all for being here and watching this video. This is my 100th episode of KastIronKonjure, so I'm very excited to share this moment with you. As well, I'll have a discount code in the description so that you're able to go on occultcornerstore.com and gather what works for you and your work. And please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, share, all of that. It definitely helps out the channel. And I'm trying to, again, build a community for those who like to work in Hoodoo and in Conjure work. So, without further ado, let's get back to the video. Now, the Rose of Jericho is a beautiful plant, heavily used in Hoodoo and in Conjure work. But before it was even used in this manner, it was used in Africa. This is where the original Rose of Jericho is found. Now, if you're not aware, there are two types of resurrection plants, or Rose of Jericho. The first was found in Africa or the Middle Eastern area. That being said, there is a funny way about nature and how she likes to move about, how she likes to show out here and there. And she's shown out with Rose of Jericho when she put it in the North Americas as well. That being said, we have our own version of the Rose of Jericho, and this is the one that's commonly used in Hoodoo, Conjure work, anything African spirituality related. You even find it in Santeria. Moving on, this is the one that we commonly use. This is the one that Hoodoo commonly uses, and there's so many different types of ways that you can utilize this plant. Now, when doing any type of Conjure work or Hoodoo, it's never the actual plant, it's the spirit. It's the spirit behind the plant. It's the spirit that overtakes the plant, or that lives in the plant, if you will. So that's what we will be addressing. We want to honor that spirit by pouring into it, by talking to the spirit behind this plant. Now, this is KastIronKonjure. We cook with spirit, for spirit, in spirit. So how are we going to utilize the Rose of Jericho today? After we pour in our intentions, our prayers, after we speak to the spirit, honor the spirit of the Rose of Jericho, we're going to feed this particular Rose of Jericho to one of the goddesses in my home. Now, there are plenty of ways to use the Rose of Jericho: spiritual cleansing, protection, abundance. Go on my blog. I definitely go into further detail on the many ways that you can use the Rose of Jericho. But in just today's video, we're going to go with prosperity. Honoring the spirit behind this plant, talking to it, pouring into it. Now we're going to make this a very simple method. The Rose of Jericho is a very low hassle plant. You don't have to do much. You don't have to douse it in oils and herbs and things like that. It's plenty to do with the simple two things you need, which is the rainwater or clean filtered water and a bowl. Now, when pouring water over your Rose of Jericho, you do not want to oversaturate this plant. You do not. It has a high probability of attaining molds or bacteria, which is harmful to the plant. All you want to do is give it a shallow amount of water that simply covers the roots. That's it. Simple. That's all you want to do. And the Rose of Jericho is very interesting to me because it feels like one of those dishes that tastes better the second day, like chili or chicken noodle soup. This type of work is not instantaneous. It requires time. Get out of the way of it. Long story short, stay out of the way. All you have to do are the simple steps in the beginning for this to be truly effective. And that's be honest. Pour into it with your honesty, with your prayers if you so wish, and offer it. Offer it to a spirit. Offer it to the prosperity goddess, or a road opening spirit, or a rejuvenating spirit. Offer it as a gift. And just some information on how to take care of this, because you can reuse the Rose of Jericho. Change out the water every 2 days. Keep it about a week max, and then allow it to dry out in some indirect sunlight. And you should not have an issue with your Rose of Jericho. But every time you change out that water, feel free to drip it over your head as a spiritual cleansing ritual. That water from the Rose of Jericho It's very beautiful, it's very cleansing, and that's actually one of the ways that you can utilize the Rose of Jericho as well. Again, go to my blog. But yeah, this video is fairly simple. I didn't want to overcomplicate it because it didn't need that at all. So yeah, if you guys are interested in learning more, please be sure to go to occultcornerstore.com. I sell the Rose of Jericho myself, and that's pretty much it. Please be sure to visit the description below. It's where I have my discount code, and I will be talking to you guys soon. See you later.